Okay, so let's have a look today at the Milwaukee M18 18 gauge brad nailer. I have used this on a few occasions, but I'm going to go in a little bit more in depth with this. For this gun, because it's a fairly lightweight gun, I'm only going to use a 2 amp battery. Makes it even easier to use. No problems with it at all in that respect. Let's get some brads in there before I start talking about it. Using a 2-inch brad. Nice and simple. Right, let's talk about this gun then. So like a lot of people, I started off using the DeWalt 18 gauge brad nailer. Now this gun, to be honest with you, it did serve its purpose, but what I don't like about it is when you turn it on, you got that ramp up sound. This sounds terrible to me. And then obviously once you fire it, it will have to wait for it to ramp up again, which, you know, it takes time. You can't sort of like do fast bumps with this. Anyway, that's enough about that. This is junk now. This is going away. So as I said, nice lightweight. It's not as lightweight as a pneumatic gun, but you know, it's portable. You haven't got the lead going to it. You ain't got an air tank that you have to drag around with it. So, you know, it's certainly usable. First thing you notice the difference between this and the DeWalt one. As soon as you turn it on, there's no sound. No sound at all, which is nice. So what you have, as soon as you turn it on, it goes automatically onto a single fire mode. And then you've got a mode button. If you hold that down for a couple of seconds, it goes into rapid bump mode. So that's when you just pull the trigger in and just go bang, 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 bang. That's the idea anyway. Let's see if it can live up to its name. And one of the first things you're going to notice when you come to Milwaukee guns, everything on it is digital. You've got your buttons. It's all, you know, digital buttons. Nothing's analog on this compared to the DeWalt one, which, you know, you actually have a power switch to switch it on. You have your safety switch at the top here, more buttons here, you know. It's a totally different sort of story compared to something like this. And the main thing is, that's ready to fire when I want to fire it. That one, push the button, wait for it to ramp up. Horrible. Seemed fine at the time when you was using it because you didn't know anything different. But when you come from something like this to this, then you do notice the difference and you appreciate it. And that's what it's all about. That's why you pay the extra money for something like this. So everything about this gun I love. Like I say, it's all digital. When you switch it on, it will stay on for quite a while. It isn't something that you're going to have to try and turn back on, or have to hold this button to hold this button and hold that button to turn it on. It's nice and easy and it stays on for quite a while. It's not going to dry fire. You've got to physically push it down to fire it. So, you know, obviously you've got to be careful, but, you know, it does make life a lot easier. Also good at standing up. It will stand up on its own, no balancing problems with that. This works on a different system to the DeWalt does. This actually has a little compressor unit inside. So every time it fires, it recharges that compressor tank in the back there, and it will fire again. And you know that's going to last forever, or pretty much as long as the gun's going to last. Another thing to make a note of. It does come with extra little rubber tips. This one's like a spare one for this front part. This one's slightly different angle for when you're getting into different angles, so forth like that. So that's good to have. So you've also got a depth adjustment for the actual brad nail, so the depth it will sink into the wood. So that's very good to have. Another good little feature, which a lot of these brad nailers have, it has the actual jam clearance thing. If you're going to open this up and you ain't got a jam, make sure you release this because all your nails will pop out otherwise. those out. So you just pop that up and there you go. So any jam nails will be in there. You can clean this up, give it a little grease if you need to, and then it's easily maintained in that respect. Nice and easy, you ain't got to worry about it getting jammed. But I've never had it jammed up on me, to be fair. I've been lucky. I know they do jam up, but I've never had it jam up on me. Now it's back in. Again, that's a nice simple operation. Lock it in place. Job done. Okay, it does also have a light built in. And the only problem with that, if you're right-handed like I am, the light's really on the wrong side, so it makes it hard for me to see. If you're left-handed, you've got more chance of seeing what the work is. But it's still nice to have it there, and if you're working in a really dark place, it would help. Not that I suggest you would be nailing anything when it's really dark, but some people do. Right, let's do a test. It's just a bit of weathered pine. I'll put it on top of this because I don't want it going right through my case. Let's give that a go. Single fire mode at the beginning. You can see that's gone right through those two. As you can see, it's sunk in quite nicely. Let's back it off a little bit, see if we can adjust it. Make it a little bit prominent. A bit more. Quite good. Christ almighty. That's proper in there. Let's join them together quite nicely. Right, now let's switch it over to bump mode. See what that's like. Finger down. Quite a rapid fire. To be fair, I'm going to make this a little bit deeper. Try it again. It's much better. Sunk in there really nicely. You can't complain about the speed. I mean, it's absolutely fast. Sinks in nicely. So much better than, you know what I mean? Okay, now if I had something that's quite tough, I haven't got no oak here. This is some laminate flooring. Let's try on the laminate flooring, see if it will go through that okay. Perfect. No problems at all. Nothing's protruding. So, my personal opinion, that's a fantastic gun. Lovely piece of kit. It's going to last you a very long time if you look after it. And you know, there's not a lot that can go wrong with it. It's easily get rid of jams if you get the jams, and that's the biggest problem with these guns, is them jamming up. But no, fantastic piece of kit, worth the extra money for something like this from Milwaukee. I'll give this a 10 out of 10. Please like and subscribe, guys, if you want to see any more videos, yeah? And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.